Alright, so we should be live on Facebook. We should be live on Facebook, which is pretty cool. So good morning, guys. Monday morning, and I've been doing these live streams for a long time. Right, you guys know my journey. I've been doing yeah, it's been a huge mountain for me to hey Anthony, thanks for tuning in, brother. It's been a huge journey for me, you know. It's been a massive mountain I've had to climb personally myself. But you know, it's all part of the journey. It's all part of it. And I think if you watch my live streams, you'll know what I'm going through, and you can also copy as well. Morning, Dean. How are you? Hey, Scott. What's going on, man? So it's been a long journey for me. You guys know that, and I've just you know, always tried to help people and steer people in the right direction. And earlier on in the piece, there was, you know, stuff that I was doing was really questionable, and I really honestly thought that this was actually a legit way of making money online, you know, doing these programs, because I started to see some success with it. But then I slowly figured out, which only took me a long time, that these programs are just nothing but thin air. Hey Nori, good afternoon. Where you coming from, Nori? It's afternoon there, so it must be yeah, somewhere maybe I don't know where you're from, but yeah, good morning, good afternoon. Hey Paul, thanks for tuning in. So, you know, through this journey I've figured out a few things, you know, after being online for this. I sound like a dinosaur, but you know, it's still early days, guys. You know, Bitcoin's still early, so early days. The mainstream will be thinking about Bitcoin. It's going to be 50,000 per Bitcoin, and they're going to think, oh, okay, this is awesome, Bitcoin. You know, I can make money, I can earn passively. So I've got this thing here that says how to break free from your job in 2018. Now, the reason why I'm telling you this information, this is taking me so long to figure out. This is taking me so long to figure out. This is the best. If I was to start online and haven't gone through the last freaking 9 years of bullshit, I mean, it's not really bullshit, it's all a learning curve, right? But you know, you want to get the nuggets as soon as you can, but you know, it's all part of that experience of growing, right? Through that journey of constantly doing programs after programs and failing, and then these people just rip you off, and admins take your money and make excuses. I got hacked, I got this, all this sort of garbage, right? Oh, we ran out of money, blah 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 blah. If you take all that away, if you could just get to the nuggets, if you could just peel back the layers and just get to the meat in the sandwich, right? This would be it, right? If I was to start, I mean, Genesis mining wasn't around. It's only been around for, I think, about 3 years. So when I was doing rev shares and I was doing all this other stuff, I was making great money from it. But what I failed to do was, I failed to put more money into Genesis mining, and it was a big mistake. Now, I still had a lot of, like, I would probably be at, you know, $1,000, $2,000 a day now. I mean, I thought to get to Genesis mining to $1,000 a day was huge. But then I was seeing the price of BTC just spike like a mother, and I'm thinking, actually, you know what? I'll be there very soon. In fact, I reckon I'll be at $1,000 a day by the end of 2018. I thought it was a distant dream with Genesis mining. Now I've made way more than that per day. You know, in NPA I was making 2,000 USD a day. So to make $1,000 a day, to me, it's like, you know, it's no big deal. But coming from Genesis, it is a big deal, because Genesis mining pays, and it's automatic, and there's nothing to do. You just buy a hash bar. So if you don't know what Genesis mining is, I've been in since July 2016. If you go to YouTube and type in Genesis mining NG Gavin, you'll see my promo code. Use that. But I want to tell you the skinny on it. this is what I would recommend anyone do if they want to leave their job in 2018. I recommend you just do Genesis mining, right? There's nothing to do. You buy hash power, and that's it. But there is a problem, okay? And I'll tell you what it is. Hi, Gary. How's it going, man? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Ajef. What's going on? Good morning, Michael. What's going on in Kenya, man? So, you know, if I wouldn't put more money into Genesis mining when I was doing rev shares, you know, I would have been laughing, because at the time, BTC contracts were like, you know, it wasn't that you could buy BTC contracts, you know, and that wasn't the one that was the issue. We're running out. You know, Litecoin was always out. Dash would come in and out. But BTC contracts was always there. Then people started to figure out that mining is a really critical component for passive income. And then you started to see these rev shares that started adding mining component to it, like USI Tech, right? People say that's not a rev share, but at that point in time, it was a rev share, right? You're buying investment packs to earn whatever a day. It's a rev share. I don't care what people say. Now, they've changed their business model now, but we won't go into that. But at the time, then they added the mining component, they had the robot component, whatever, right? But then what happened was we started to see this change in rev shares. Problem with NPA is they didn't innovate, right? They did not innovate. And when NPA was on top of the game, after my paying ads, after my advertising pays fell, traffic monsoon fell, right? It was clear as day that rev shares needed something else to be sustainable. And when NPA was at the top of their game, what Uday failed to do was to manage the business properly and to add other components. That's probably the downfall. I think NPA would be around today if they innovated, but they didn't release the products quick enough. Money was running out, and then that, you know, we all know where that is now. I don't personally think we're going to get any money back. This is just my opinion, so I've just moved on, right? But that's what happened. The community started to realize that, hey, this mining thing is no joke, because it's real, right? It's real mining. It's actually, you know, we spend money to buy hash power, which is, you know, and there was a lot of scam programs out there that did this. They said that they were buying, you know, your contract would service your the equipment they would have would service that contract. But there was a lot of scam programs out there, which was just bullshit. They were making it up. Like Coinobia was one. It's 8-figure earner. Anchor is just nothing but a big scammer, right? Biggest scammer in the world. But anyway, you know, he went on to open up 3 other websites and just screw everyone over, right? So he was just he was plugging Coinobia in the beginning, and he didn't tell people they were owners. He was the actual owner. Anyway, that's another long story, right? So there was 3 scam programs that he got puppets to actually be the figureheads, and then later on they admitted that these puppets that he employed, the real guy behind it who was controlling everything was Anchor, and that's how he made 8 figures, right? Being a scammer. The dude's a straight up scammer, all right? I don't give a shit if he's 7 figures or 8 figures. He's still a piece of shit. Anyway, so what happened was, going back to Bitcoin, people started to figure out that Bitcoin's like the real deal, right? If we can mine Bitcoins ourselves, or we can create machines to mine it, ASIC machines, buy ASIC machines and run this stuff from home. So it was real, because it was investing in hardware which would then service, you know, which would get Bitcoin. And then once the industry sort of moved over from rev shares to, then they figured out that mining was the real deal. As soon as people started to find out about Genesis mining, I mean, I'd already been in since 2016. People didn't really find out about Genesis mining till probably like a year later, and then that's why you see all the contracts just totally, like, it's totally sold out. Because then you had other programs like USI Tech, which was Genesis mining. Like I said to people, right, this is the funniest thing. This is the funniest thing ever. I said to people that Genesis mining, that USI Tech was buying Genesis mining contracts to service their mining contracts within USI Tech. People were saying, no, you're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about. Now, when USI Tech came to Australia, a good friend of mine pulled aside the owner of one of the co-owners of USI Tech and said, talked about Bitcoin mining contracts because his back office within USI Tech was not right, because I'm not in USI Tech, but when they went from a new server or something, apparently all those mining contracts that he did have in the old server didn't get transferred to the new server. So then when he was talking to the co-owner, said, "Can you fix this problem for me?" The co-owner said, "Yeah, no problem." And they had a deep discussion. They said, and he said their genesis, he said the co-owner said to him, which is a good friend of mine, so I've known him for a long time online, and he said to me, "They're Genesis mining contracts." And I said to people, like, probably 6 months to 8 months ago, when USI Tech introduced the mining contract, I said they're Genesis mining contracts, and people said, "No, you don't. You're full of shit. You don't know what you're talking about." I said, "I know that they're Genesis mining contracts, right?" And I said that like 6 to 8 months ago. People didn't believe me. So anyway, long story short, USI Tech kind of figured out, oh, okay, this is not sustainable because it's just a rev share, all right? And they were already, they had already figured out that, because obviously they know the numbers, okay? They're not stupid. They know what's coming in and what's going out. It's a freaking rev share, right? It's just passing money from one person to the other. But they were smart. They were like, okay, we've got to add different components to it because this is not going to last. So that's the thing with USI Tech. They are innovators. They have innovated. So when they added the Bitcoin mining contract, that helped things a lot and it boosted up. So then this is what shaped the industry from rev shares to now it sort of went to mining, right? And then when that transition's kind of made, when the Make Money Online crowd kind of figured it out, then Genesis mining contracts, where, I was telling people that they were getting it from Genesis mining and people didn't believe me, right? So, that was a long time ago, 6, 8 months ago. They didn't believe me. And then once people kind of figured it out, that it was Genesis mining, we had Swiss Gold Global come about, and they just said publicly that they have Genesis mining contracts. Genesis mining are the provider, but you just bought it through Swiss Gold Global. But Genesis mining service those contracts. And then after that, it's kind of everyone just sort of caught on, and everyone just started buying Swiss Gold Genesis mining contracts. I mean, in my opinion, why would you go through someone else? Like, just buy it from the source, right? And then we had this other Omnitech, which is a new program, which recently did this video that they used Genesis mining footage, and they used it in their video to say it was actually their mining, which it wasn't. And then Genesis mining publicly said that Omnitech, like one of the top guys in PR and marketing, or I can't remember his position, he might have been CFO or whatever, CTO or whatever, but he went to the Omnitech event, and he was talking. I wasn't there. I'm not in Omnitech. I'm not involved in this stuff. Okay, I just know what's going on. And he went to Omnitech. I mean, if you're an Omnitech, you were at that live event, you'll know that this Genesis mining. So they got this guy to come out from Genesis mining. I don't think he was the owner, but he was one of the top guys anyway. And he was like saying, "Yeah, Omnitech are gonna we're gonna like Omnitech is gonna invest money into Genesis mining, and we're gonna service the contracts," or something of that nature, right? And then Genesis mining just recently made a tweet that said that Omnitech did not purchase the equipment. So that was a bit of a cop out, seeming at their launch they got Genesis mining representative to get up there and say that the relationship's going to be all rosy. Just go and have a look at my I got the tweet of so I'm just getting there, guys. Okay, I'm just painting a picture so that you guys are crystal motherfucking clear on what you need to do this next year to leave your job, because there's no excuse for you going to your day job now. It's, in my opinion, ludicrous behavior for you to go to a job. Okay, maybe I'm a bit biased. Maybe I'm a bit, you know, like, what the fuck are you doing? You need to be slapped. But honestly, there's so much freaking money to be made out there. Excuse the cussing. I don't mean to. I get pumped up about this shit. You know why? Because I'm about to tell you why. Because there is so much freaking money to be made out there, and there is so much money to be made in crypto. There's no excuse. There's no excuse. Anyway, so this is the tweet, right? I put it on my wall. We've had a few inquiries at Omnitech recently. We hear that they are still using our brand name representations. Okay, there was a video that was out. They'll use that. And Omnitech have still not purchased any equipment from us. So that's crazy, right? So anyway, they basically, you know, look, Genesis Mining would not say this to screw a client over. Okay, so like, this is just me assuming this. I don't know, but this is what I'm probably assuming, that Omnitech signed a contract, they reneged against the contract, and now Genesis Mining have come out with this to say we are not associated with Omnitech. They were supposed to purchase equipment off us, and they didn't. So Genesis Mining would not try to damage. They would not try to damage their own reputation, nor any client's reputation. They would not. Basically, they would not burn a client. Like, why would you burn a client, right? There's no way they would burn a client unless they reneged on some sort of contract that Omnitech might have signed a contract, and then they reneged on the contract and didn't purchase the equipment. That's the only way that Genesis Mining is trying to protect their reputation, because people in Omnitech are like sprouting that Genesis Mining are like using, you know, we're Genesis Mining, we're trying to leverage off Genesis Mining reputation, and I would be assuming that they reneged against some sort of contract, because Genesis Mining wouldn't say this publicly. They wouldn't burn the client. So they've obviously haven't purchased the contract, and now they don't want to disassociate. Genesis Mining are just doing what they do. They want to disassociate themselves with Omnitech, because their brand. They got to protect their brand, right? So, and again, in my opinion, why would you join Omnitech? I don't know. This is just why would you do it? Why just go directly to the source and buy Genesis Mining contracts? I don't understand why people are get into this sort of bullshit. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Like, why would you give yourself a job? You know, it makes no sense to me. You're going to join Omnitech so then you can build a team, so then you can work your ass off and get people in and blah blah blah. When just go and buy freaking Genesis Mining contracts and do nothing. Like, why are you giving yourself a job when you could be focusing on doing other things? Anyway, that's just my opinion on it. So with going back to mining, this is what I recommend, right? I recommend that you buy into Genesis Mining. If you want to get out of your job in 2018, this has taken me a long time to figure this shit out. Now, whether you use my coupon or you don't, I don't give a shit, right? What I'm telling you is just straight up the real shit. Okay, I'm not trying to get you to join Genesis Mining so then you can use my coupon. Come on, man. I'm not that cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm saying. All these people, join this ICO, get my referral link. Oh, actually, I only joined the ICO because you're using my referral link. I mean, come on, guys. This is, you know, people are not stupid. You know, you're getting sold out. You're getting involved in the FOMO because you want to get the bounty. You know, you want to get part of the bounty program. You want people to sign up to your referral link. It's the same freaking shit. MLM people, all they give a shit about is commission. They don't give a shit about the people. So whether you sign up to Genesis Mining or you don't, you use my promo code, whatever. I don't care. If you do, thank you. If you don't, I'm still going to be friends with you. Okay? But this is if I was to say to anyone to get out of your day job, buy Genesis Mining contracts. Now, here's the problem, right? What I'm just getting to, the whole point of this whole story. You can't buy them now because everyone's figured it out, okay? That if you're late, you're probably late to the party now, right? I wasn't late to this party. I was doing this in 2016. What I failed to do was buy more contracts. So they're basically don't have the hardware or the infrastructure to service those contracts. So they pulled the Genesis Mining BTC contracts until, well, they did a pre-sale, but that's even now gone. I think it's sold out, I believe. And now there's like no BTC contracts. So what do? You could buy Ether, but it's only a 2-year contract. It's still profitable, right? Ether's still going up. Ether's going to be $1,000 soon. But basically, you know, you're out of luck, I guess. I mean, you could buy the Ether contract. It's still profitable, guys. You know, I mean, it's just only a 2-year contract. With the BTC contract, that is the one you want to buy, right? But I'm not going to buy them pre-sale. All right, I'm going to buy them when they're available. So here's what I would do. If you want to start with Genesis Mining, I would just get your feet wet and buy, you know, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 worth of Ether mining. It's not going to give you a big deal, but it gives you a start. Now, if they release or they build another farm, or I heard they're building multiple farms. I don't know if this is true or not, but this is a rumor. When BTC contracts comes in, again, I'm talking about actual coming in, not pre-sale. I would buy as much as you want, because if BTC contracts come back online, I will be throwing the freaking sink at it. I'm going to throw the sink at it, right? I'm going to buy as much as I can, because I want to get as much BTC contracts as I can. So now I'm sitting on about 170, 70-ish, 108, 78, I think, terahash, 174 terahash, I think. And I just looked at my thing. I'm making about $300 a day just from the mining component. I'm making more money, extra money from the affiliate program as well. Okay, so, but I want to talk about the mining side of it. So this is just mining. This is just mining the BTC contract. I still have Ether, and I still have other things as well, okay? So I don't just have Ether. I don't just have BTC. I have Ether, I have Dash, and Zcash. But the majority of it is BTC. And I just looked at my numbers. My payout is getting more and more and more. All right, now I want to explain why that is. If you're new to Genesis Mining, you don't know what it is, I want to explain it. Hey Boris, how's it going? No, there's no numbers today, mate. Hello from Canada. Hey Anvil. Yeah, there's no Litecoin contracts today. Sorry. Hey Civil. Hey Civi. Hey Tommy. What's going on, man? Hey Ryan Bersha. What's going on, crazy man? Yeah, so with Genesis Mining, when you buy into Genesis Mining, you're buying hash power, okay? So let's just say, to keep this simple as possible, you buy 10 terahash. All right, it's going to cost you $179 per terahash, depending on what plan you come in. But let's just say it costs you $179 per terahash. You buy 10, so you just spent 179 times 10. My calculations really suckful. 11,000? No, 1,179. That's cheap. It's not copyright. Let me just get a calculator out. Per terahash times 10. Oh yeah, okay. $179 times 10. So you're gonna spend $1,700, $1,790 to get 10 terahash. Now that 10 terahash, what it is today, is gonna mine. The difficulty is gonna go up, but so is the price. Right now, the price of BTC is exceeding the difficulty. I mean, they're both going in kind of the same, but BTC has like 10x this year. Absolutely incredible, incredible. BTC now is like, it's like 12,700, 12,500 Australian dollars. It's 9,682 USD at the moment. So anyway, when you buy Genesis Mining hash power, that will mine so much BTC, right? And you're going to get, let's say for example, you get back 0.001. I'm just making this up, okay? Just say that's what you get. That's what you get per day, give or take, right? Per day. And you get that paid out in BTC, right? So you're earning that 10 terahash you purchased. It's an open-ended contract, meaning they'll pull it once it's unprofitable, but it's not going to get unprofitable. And let's just say you get 0.01 per day. That's what you're going to get. That's all you're going to get for buying those 10. But as the price of BTC goes up, that 0.01 is going to be worth more, right? So this is what's happening with me now. Every day my payout is going up and up and up and up because BTC is going up. But I haven't purchased any more hash power. So I'm getting a pay rise every single day for doing nothing. So I looked at it and I was like, oh, okay, my payout just gets more and more every day because BTC is going up. So currently now I'm making 113,000 per year. This is just BTC. 30,000 a year. The average American makes about 22,000 a year. It doesn't seem fair, but if you have the right knowledge and act upon it, you can make a lot of money in this emerging crypto space. How do I do it? I buy Genesis mining contracts, okay? So that's what I recommend to do, which is the whole point of this live stream if you want to get out of your job. Now, like I said, the problem is the BTC contracts aren't available, but there is Ether, and you have to build your account out. That is the secret. All right, you have to build your account out. But I mean, I've seen some, like, I'll be honest, there's some people that have bought some stupid amounts of BTC and used my promo code, so I do appreciate it. Like, you know, some days I get $500 commissions. Obviously, that's not going to happen too soon because there's no BTC available, but people are still buying Ether. So, you know, again, this is my plug. If you want to buy into Genesis mining, there's a contract there. Okay, just go to YouTube, type in Genesis mining NG Gavin. That's a search term. Search it, and you'll see my promo code. You can use it. You get 3% off. If you don't, use someone else's. Happy days. Okay, it's all good. Joseph says, NG, you wipe your ass with your money. Okay, at least I got money. But I think that's just a joke. So, hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. So this is what I'm trying to say to you guys. Like Joseph said, I wipe my ass with my own money. So I want you guys to wipe your ass with your own money. I mean, not that you want to wipe your ass with your own money, but maybe your money can. It's like that Malaysian ringgit. And when I went to Malaysia, they've got the most best money I've ever seen, right? And it's like this, similar to the Australian money. It's like a plasticky kind of a money, and it's real money, but it's got like a plastic kind of. It's really new, you know. Actually, I've got some. I'll show you. I'm dropping shit all over the place now. So this is some Malaysian ringgit. I still haven't. Actually, I've got to exchange this money. I still haven't exchanged it. But this is it here, all right? So this is. Actually, I'll show you. Hang on. These are actually older notes, but I'll show you anyway. So this is it here. See, it's got the barcode there. But this is like it's like a plasticky kind of a money, and it's really clean, and it's really yeah, really, I would say to the Malaysians, they've got really. This is a new $1 note. See this? It's like it's kind of a plasticky kind of money. It's kind of weird. It feels fake. See, you can see my head. See there? You can see my head through it. It feels kind of plasticky. Anyway. Well, that's what that is. So yeah, technically you could probably wipe your ass with this and then clean it off. So yeah, Joseph, awesome. If you're gonna wipe your ass, use Malaysian ringgit. So anyway, that's that. I think that's pretty much all. Oh yeah, before I go, yeah, okay, now, Bitcoin Diamond, right? Let's talk about crypto. Now we're talking about. So now you know what. Now you know. I've given you pretty much. You know, if you want to leave your job, buy Genesis mining contracts, buy the BTC contract. Start off with some Ether. Just get your ball rolling. Buy some Ether. But once the BTC contracts come, in my opinion, this is what I'll be doing. Throw the house at it, because they will go quick. They're as rare as hen's teeth. People have figured it out now, and that's why they're out of stock. They got to build more farms, and if you want to get a passive income and break free from your job, that's how you do it. So Bitcoin Diamond, this is like a fork that happened, and they're going to give you 6 to 1. Sorry, 1 to 10. Apparently they're going to give you 10 Bitcoin Diamond for every BTC that you hold. So currently Bitcoin Diamond is 65 cents, $65. So you're going to get 10 Bitcoin Diamond per 1 Bitcoin. So this is a fork that happened, right? So yeah, forks are coming out of our ears, guys. All right. Now this other one, which has just come about, is called Bitcoin Silver. And I don't really know too much about this. Okay, I don't even know but there was a article on in October the 25th on Cointelegram about Bitcoin Silver wants to make Bitcoin decentralized again. Admin more than 2 times rejections. Okay, so have a read of this. Apparently it's the real deal. I don't know, but then again, I don't really know much about this Bitcoin Silver. But the ICO is on at the moment. So the pre-sale, early investors pre-sales ended. So it's just about finished actually. But then again, I don't really know too much about this Bitcoin Silver. I don't know where it's going to go. So we'll see. This is the roadmap here. Distribution tokens on the 21st. Okay, there's a wallet coming on the January the 24th. The trading exchanges on the 23rd. Alright, so let's just go to Twitter. So you never know, you know, Bitcoin Silver could be big, could be small, who freaking knows, right? But just be aware of it. Gotta find the official channel. Bitcoin Silver. So just keep an eye on this one. Bitcoin Silver could be, you know, it could go off. It couldn't. I don't even know if they've got a blockchain yet. I don't know. So research into it, but just keep an eye on this one, right? Bitcoin Silver. Now also, there's a really big opportunity, and you know we discussed this in ICO Gold Rush. There's a big opportunity for buying ICOs, just buying tokens post ICO, or they basically become a token now. They're finished at the ICO, and you're buying them at the ICO. So why would you buy them at the after the ICO? Well, if you missed out on the ICO, there's a good enough reason, right? If it's a big ICO, and it happens, I've missed many ICOs. You can't get them all, right? But if it's a ICO that is really popular and it sells out like within, you know, the first half an hour or the first 5 minutes, you're gonna miss it. But the good news is you can still buy them just after when they hit the exchanges, right? And that's a big opportunity, and you can make a lot of money with it. And you could have done this with Power Legend. You could have done this with Quantstat, and there's a number of them coming out. There's some, see, because not all the ICOs you can get in, like with American, sometimes they ban Singaporeans, sometimes they ban Australians. I've seen one that banned Australians. Usually they ban Chinese national residents. It just basically, what they're banning is any type of country that has banned ICOs. they won't let those residents participate in the ICO. So if you're from America, sometimes they ban all of Americans, or sometimes they just ban, you know, New York State. It just depends, right? It depends on the people that run the ICO, but you're out of luck there. But you can still buy them really cheap, or sometimes cheaper than the ICO, because whales dump just after the ICO. So post ICO, if I call it, or just when the token's minted, or just when the token becomes on the exchange. Okay, there's a really big opportunity there. We saw that with Power Ledger and QuantStamp. Okay, so if you want to know all this stuff, you can still make a shitload of money, even if you miss the ICO. Then I recommend you buy ICO Gold Rush. Right, it's a one-off deal. Bitcoin's at an all-time high, and it's the cheapest you're going to get it, because obviously it's going to cost you less Bitcoin, right? Meaning you're going to get the cost cheaper if you buy it in Bitcoin. Now, if you buy in Bitcoin, just know that the payment has to clear, so it could take up to 12 hours to clear. So don't keep on pressing that button. Once you send it and it's gone out of your Bitcoin wallet, or your Coinbase wallet or Exodus wallet, once it's left there and you sent the money, don't send it anymore. Just wait. It could take up to 12 hours. If you don't want to wait, if you only want to wait 1 minute, then use Dash or Litecoin, and you get instant access. But you won't get access until the site clears your payment. All right. So that's another option too. But you know, when you buy into ICO Gold Rush, you're going to get this ongoing education. Okay. Now we got our webinars tonight. We got one webinar on tonight. Sorry, it's our Monday night webinar. So all you people in ICO Gold Rush that are new, you should jump on the Monday night webinar, because this is the whole point of the actual the course, right? To get you guys up to speed to it, to talk about ICOs, what's coming, what's gone, you know, where we can buy the tokens cheap, basically everything to do with ICOs and how you can profit. I highly recommend you to come to the webinars. You're going to get the most value from it, okay? As opposed to just sitting there, not having any interaction. You just buy the course, go through the course. You're not going to get, the value is still there, but to get the most value out of your $1,099, if you really want to like make 10x or 20x your money, right, then get involved. Get involved with the community and get involved with ICOs, right? Now you probably think, if you think that I'm just, you know, if you think I'm just like boosting up ICO Gold Rush because it's my course, and you know, I want you guys to join it because there's so much value there. Yeah, you're right, right? But you know, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. Just read this comment here, okay? So we have a ICO Gold Rush member here, Oliver James, and he let me just have a look at this. I'll just boost up the. Oops. I'll just boost up the comment, the resolution, so then you can see it. Let me just move this over here. Okay, this is Oliver James. Well done, man. I came into this with 2K in my pocket. Now I have 20x that in 6 months into the first round of ICO Gold Rush. All right, and from being patient and doing due diligence. Listen to the man. He knows of. He's one of the. Was it the man? He's one of the only one that isn't selling you shit. All right. So this is Oliver. He got into the course at $3.99. He's 20x his cash already. All right. So, you know, if you guys are thinking that I'm just plugging away and I just want people to get on the course and there's no real value there, you got to think again, because this is not coming from me. This is coming from a member who is 20x his money. He's laughing all the way to the bank, but now he knows the formula. He knows the formula for success with ICOs. He's gonna crush it in 2018. That $399 is chicken feed to what he's gonna make next year. He's already 20x his money, so he's already miles ahead. But he has the knowledge. Now I get messages all the time of people, what shall I buy? What shall I buy? What shall I buy? Right? Well, here's what I want to say before I leave you guys today. All right? And this is probably going back to why you're still in a day job. No offense, you know. You're probably a good person. You're doing all the right things to try to get to the next level, and you know you worked hard and you've done things and you've failed, and you're just trying to, you know, get ahead. That's all. That's what we all want to do, right? We all want to get ahead. We want to get out of our day job. I mean, who doesn't want to make money? My friends in Australia have no clue what I do. I don't even talk about it, and I make 10 times what they make, and I don't even talk about it because there's no need to. You know, they don't understand it. They think that working a day job is going to get them further ahead. That's going to pay their mortgage off in 30 years. That's what they believe. That's what they believe, right? No matter what I say, it's not going to change into that. Okay, so there's no point even me trying to explain it. But if you're in this crypto space, you know what's happening. So I get many people messaging me and saying, "Tell me the next ICO. Tell me I could tell you the next ICO, right? But there's no point telling me the ICO because it goes back to the same mindset of someone in the day job. If I tell them buy Bitcoin, or if I tell them do this or go into Genesis mining, they're not going to do it, right? If I tell people about an ICO, what's the point, right? I could have told you about Power Ledger, right? I told you afterwards. I wasn't going to tell you before. That privilege was for the people in ICO Gold Rush, right? But there's many, many more, right? There's many, many more there. But there's no point telling you, because the mindset of these people is that I want to invest into something that is going to help them, right? Just like Oliver did. Oliver invested in ICO Gold Rush. He's 20x his money, right? He got in cheap. He saw the opportunity. It was $3.99. Now this dude's going to crush it in 2018. He already knows the formula, right? Once you know the formula, once you have the information, once you learn this stuff, it's just cookie cutter, right? When you see an ICO come along, you can pull it apart within minutes and go, that's not a good deal. And then you'll see people on Facebook go, oh wow, that's awesome, let's get into it. It's a mobile smart mining contract, mobile mining ICO called Electronium, right? Which is useless, but anyway, that's another conversation. So now you have this knowledge, right? So I'm not going to just tell people this is what I'm investing in. What's the point? Because you're going to invest in it. You're not going to learn anything. You've learned nothing, right? Invest in yourself. Then you don't need to come to me and ask me these questions because you'll already know the answer. This is what I'm seeing in this space. People are not taking responsibility. They're leaving it up to someone else. They're throwing their money at admins, which will just end up not paying them after 2 years anyway, statistically. Trust me, I know. I've been in the space for a long time. They're going to stop paying you. They're more like it just comes down to they don't want to accept the responsibility, right? They don't want to learn new stuff. So there's no point me telling you about the latest ICO that I'm going to make money on because you learned nothing. Then what's going to happen after you sell and you make money on that ICO? You're going to come back to me and go, oh yeah, you were right. What's the next one, right? You're not going to invest the money because I already threw you a bone, right? I already threw you a bone and then you got that money easy. So now that's in your mindset, right? Then you come back to me and ask me, oh, what's the next one? What's the next one? If you're smart, you go, you know what? You told me about an ICO I made money on. I'm going to invest in your course because then I'm going to know everything. I'm going to know all your secrets. But the person with the poverty mindset will say, oh, actually, no, they'll come back to me and a month later and say, hey, I made money on that. Can you tell me the next one? Right? They've learned nothing. Right? This is the whole journey, the whole point of being in this journey to learn. So, like Oliver, he's going to smash it in 2018. Right? He's in the course. He learned. He knows it all now. Right? That's what I'm telling you, people. Invest in yourself. Learn this stuff. Get engaged. Come on our webinars. But once you can pull apart these ICOs really quickly, you'll know what to invest in yourself. You won't have to come to me and ask me. You might have technical questions or some things that you're not sure about. Maybe could be risky. What are your thoughts on this happening or this happening? But you'll know already from taking the course why I didn't go into that particular ICO. You know, it's the whole point of it. It's about taking some responsibility, learning this stuff, and just going out there and smashing it, right? So this is what I'm not seeing in this space, and the people that are not doing that are the ones that are still at their day job, right? Because their mindset's all screwed up. So invest the money, learn something, right? Know that you're going to be on the right track. Someone there is already ahead of you that it's telling you exactly what to do. I mean, duh, right? If you want to be successful, just copy what successful people do. It's a no-brainer, all right? So here I am, I'm offering you this course for ICO Gold Rush, right? For you to buy, and it's going to cost you $1,099 to get in the course, but you're going to learn this stuff, and you're going to learn what I'm doing, right? We've got some big ICOs coming out that I'm going to cash out on soon. So I'll make this all public to you guys when I cash out, because I want to show you that the stuff that's in the course is the real deal, right? This is going to make you money. You're not investing in anything for me. You're investing in it for yourself. You're not joining up to my program link. Oh, join up to my program link. Here's my referral link, right? This is about you. This is about investing in you, in yourself, investing in ICOs. No person needs to join your team for you to make money. No one. You know how you make money? You know how many people that need to join you for you to make money? Big fat zero. No one, right? It's just you. With my guidance and with the community's guidance, right? But you got to pay the gateway fee, guys, right? Takes money to make money. Invest in yourself. That's all I'm going to say with it. So that's what Oliver did. He's 20x. He's been patient, did his due diligence. Now in 2008, he's going to crush it, man. He's going to crush it. So congratulations, man. And also to all those people in ICO Gold Rush, fantastic effort. You know, we're only getting started, guys. Only getting started. And this is only a one-off fee too. This is no monthlies. This is just once off. You get access to me. You get access to webinars. You get to mingle with the community, and you to find out what's going on. Because just a one-off fee, but there's so much information coming at us now that you're likely to miss it all. Okay. So that's why the community is very, very powerful, because you can get into these post-ICO, okay, these ICOs that have just finished, but then you can get them cheap, sometimes cheaper when they hit the exchanges, okay? We talk about that as well. So that's it, guys. I want to welcome new members that have come on ICO Gold Rush, new members every day, so welcome, and hope you got some value from this live stream. Now there's no excuses. All of you people that are watching this should be out of a job by 2018's finished. Okay, right? There's no excuses. There's so much money to be made. It's ridiculous. You know, you're tripping over it. You're tripping over it, right? Oops, sorry. That's my money. So thanks for tuning in, all you people at swipe. Oh, jeez. All right, guys. Well, with that said, you guys have a fantastic day. The ICO Gold Rush webinar is tonight. See all you new folks onto there. Meet the crew. Get involved. Just you know, really attack this. Guys, really attack this. Just learn as much as you can. 2018 is going to be a freaking awesome year, man. It's going to be an awesome year, and we're gonna crush it. All right, we've got some big ones coming, right? We got some. You guys know in ICO Gold Rush, eh? Tommy, you know that one. We got some 10x's coming up. You know what I'm saying? We're just marinating on those, man. We've got a couple of 10x's coming up, possibly 3 10x's coming up. And we're just marinating on them. We've done our due diligence. We're just going to be patient, and then they're gonna cash out at the end of the month, actually. So in a few days, early next month. And with that said, very happy, and we'll see you guys on the webinar tonight. All right. So have a fantastic Monday. And see you guys in the next live stream. Catch you guys later.